Hello everyone, this is a Black Mage up to level 40 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.3. Details on the following glamour set can be found in the description box below. Glamour for the Black Mage series, we have the Suzaku Flame-Kissed Rod, the Archaeodemon Horns, the Augmented Hailstorm Coat of Casting, Lucian Prince Fingerless Gloves, the Guardian Corpse Skirt, and the Augmented Hailstorm Boots of Casting. Welcome to a Shadowbringers Black Mage Skill Spotlight. At level 34, we get the Fire 3, deals fire damage with a potency of 240, additional effect grants Astral Fire, and removes Umbral Ice, duration of 15 seconds. So before we move on, the Fire 3 is not a DPS spell, it's actually a setup tool. It has one of the highest cast bars with one of the highest MP costs, so do not spam this, use this into a Fire 1 spam. At level 35, we get Freeze, deals ice damage with a potency of 100 to target and all nearby enemies. Additional effect grants the Umbral Ice and removes the Astral Fire, duration of 15 seconds. So Freeze is your AoE starter when it comes to setting up your mana into the Thunder. This is going to take over for your Blizzard 1 if there's 2 or more targets for now. Later on it's going to become 3 or more. At level 40 we get the Blizzard 3, deals ice damage with a potency of 240. Additional effect grants Umbral Ice and removes Astral Fire, duration of 15 seconds. Once you have it, Blizzard 3 takes over for Blizzard 1. The common use of Blizzard 3 is once you've run out of mana during Astral Fire, you're going to pop your Blizzard 3 if you have enough mana for it, and it will swap all of your Astral Fires for the maximum amount of Umbral Ice. So now comes the technical part about Black Mage up to level 40 with the Magick and Men 2 trait. It increases base action damage and HP restoration by 30% and allows for the stacking of a third Astral Fire or Umbral Ice, which reduces cast time for spells of the opposite element by half. Now, what the game doesn't really explain to you is the extra little details that I'm about to go through. Now, I'm going to try to skim through it as fast as possible, but this stuff is kind of technical. There's really no need for you to understand all of it. You just need to realize that you're going to run out of mana at some point, and you're going to realize that some of these spells have a higher cost during a certain downtime or uptime. Downtime is basically the Umbral Ice, and then the uptime is Astral Fire. So as you can see, you have a very detailed numbered charts on the bottom section. On the top is going to be the Umbral Ice stacks. We go from the previous video from 1 stack to 2, and then finally 3 stacks to give you 9600 MP. On the bottom section, there is a chart that displays the MP cost and the potency, directed Astral Fire 1 through 3, the neutral section, and then Umbral Ice 1 through 3. The highlighted yellow sections is what you should be using during the appropriate segment of your rotation, that being Umbral Ice or Astral Fire. The dark gray section is what you'll be using prior to level 40. Once you hit 40, you'll be using the highlighted yellow sections. That means you should have a Blizzard 3 available. Avoid using Blizzard 1 after unlocking Blizzard 3 for single targets. Use Freeze on AoE if it hits 3 or more. If not, use above as directed. For example, there's 4 targets, but you're only hitting 2 because they're pretty large and they separated out. And lastly, avoid using Fire 3 under Astral Fire. Otherwise, you're going to burn your mana too quickly and your DPS will be garbage. Hello everyone, this is going to be the single target rotation prior to getting Blizzard 3. So this means you do not have Blizzard 3, but you do have everything else. That includes the Freeze mechanic and the Fire 3. Now before we jump into the rotation itself, there's always 2 priorities you need to be aware of. Swift Cast always goes on Fire 3. No matter what you're doing in this segment, make sure that Swift Cast goes to Fire 3. It no longer goes to Fire 1 because Fire 3 has the longest cast time out of most spells that you're able to toss effectively, that is. The second thing is you can use Freeze if you're in Astral Fire and you're about to start the rotation. The thing is you can do Freeze into the Thunder 1 and then in the immediate Fire 3. The rotation is going to drop a bit of potency in the earlier phases, but this way you you can just immediately throw yourself into the proper rotation. Otherwise, if you do not have any Umbral Ice or Astral Fire, just go ahead and do the rotation as follows. We're going to start off with a Blizzard 1. We're going to do a Thunder 1. If you have the Swift Cast, go ahead and toss the immediate Swift Cast into Fire 3. But before you do so, watch your mana, make sure it's capped off. It really doesn't matter in single target, but it's good practice. Go ahead and toss your Swift Cast Fire 3 or just Fire 3, and then we're going to begin the Fire 1 spam. It's going to be 5 Fire 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Fire 1s. I'm going to speed it up so it doesn't take too long. If you have Mana Font, go ahead and toss the Mana Font into another 2 Fire 1s. If you have an MP Potion, that is an option as well. Go ahead and toss your MP Potion if it's enough to make you reach 1600 MP at least. That way you can toss the final Fire 1. Either way, the main rotation will be your Blizzard or your Transpose into Umbral Ice, and then toss the Thunder, Swift Cast if you have it, Fire 3. 5 Fire 1s, Transpose, Blizzard, Thunder, Fire 3 again. Once you get Blizzard 3, I gotta say, it becomes really simple. Dramatically simple. You no longer need to use Blizzard 1, and you no longer need to use Transpose. You Blizzard 3, you do your rotation as follows: Thunder, Fire 3, your spam of Fire 1. Do not Transpose, just cast your Blizzard 3, rinse and renew. That's it. That's all there is to single target rotation up to level 40 once you unlock Blizzard 3. It's amazing. So for the AoE rotation, based off of what you've seen so far in the single target rotation, I'm going to assume you know how to use Fire 3 and also you have your Freeze unlocked. Otherwise, you're just going to use the same rotation that you've been using up to level 30. You're just going to incorporate the Fire 3. However, if you do have Freeze, you're going to toss your Freeze into the Thunder 2, the AoE version. You're going to Swift Cast before you toss the Fire 3. Make sure your mana is capped off at 10,000. Go ahead and toss the Fire 3 with or without Swift Cast. After that, you're going to do 3 Fire 2s. Once you've tossed your third Fire 2, make sure you toss the Mana Font after you've depleted all of your mana. Just in case targets start dying too quickly, then it's basically wasted Mana Font. Toss your Mana Font into your fourth Fire 2, and then you should have just enough mana if you let your mana capped in the beginning of the rotation to be able to cast your Freeze, Rinse, and Renew. Hello everyone, and this is going to be a post commentary on a dungeon example for the AoE section. The video is pretty much over, as always. I hope you guys enjoyed something. I'm showing you an AoE rotation of a level 37, I believe. Most of the time, you won't actually have a chance to use your Blizzard if you've been transposing the entire run, so you'll just have enough mana for 9,000. In the perfect world, this is typically what happens. Don't forget your Thunder procs, by the way. But other than that, it's pretty much straightforward. If you want to, you can just go ahead and let your Astral Fire or Umbral Ice drop between mob pools, and then you can just toss your Freeze every single, AoE encounter. You can do things that way. For the single target rotation, or I should say the AoE is pretty clunky either way. It gets a little bit better later on, but for now it's still clunky. The single target, however, on the other hand, is very simple, extremely simple. Even if you do start with Umbral Ice with 1 stack, you should be able to have enough mana to do your entire rotation perfectly fine. I do take a bit of damage here, but the idea behind the single target rotation is you want to maximize as much total MP into your Fire 1 spam. That still hasn't changed, and it won't be changing anytime soon. Again, make sure to watch out for your Thunder procs. There we go. I reset that one. The frame rate drops on the video towards the end, so I'm going to cut it before the boss is dead. I just don't want you guys to seeing too many choppy images. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this segment. I apologize for the video taking so long to come out. So I used the shortcast there so I didn't get dragged in. And I hope you guys enjoyed some of this stuff, and I hope you enjoyed, or I should say I hope you learned something from this. I took a bit of a backseat drive into a very detailed video, and see you guys next time. Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if interested in supporting the channel. More content to watch on the right side. If interested in joining in the Tempest Talons, info in the top left. And as always, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time.